Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm playing with some bags and some botanicals and some flashcards. I've got these black bags. There are 10 in the pack and they do have a gusset, so I can create a pocket at the bottom with that gusset. And the botanicals are just coming out of this book that I picked up, which is called Treasury of Flowers. So it's got a few different pages here and they've got single image flowers on them. So it's quite good. So I was going to chop them off. I was trying with this one, but I didn't like the end result that much. I thought instead of chopping it off, I will fold it around. But first of all, I need to make it a bit shorter so it tucks into that pocket. Also, I'll take this rough edge off there. That's from the spine of the book. I'll pop this in here and up the top and see what happens when I pull it around the back here. Like this and like this. Yeah, I think that's much nicer because it's neater at the sides. You can see the difference if I stuck that down versus this one on the right hand side. I think that's much better. That's what I'm going to go with. I've just torn the top edge with my ruler. Now I'll measure across the flash card and I'll just see where that comes to. In fact, I'll mark it with a pencil. I think that's the best way. So it's going to cut through the 9, but if I go for the other side, I'm still going to get a piece that cuts through. It's not wide enough to go this way, or I would use it that way. So instead, I'm just going to have to cut it off there where I marked it. These bags are just cheap, like, you know, a lolly bag or a party favour bag. You can pick them up from places in Australia like Spotlight, and I'm sure there's lots of other places you can get them, but I think I got mine from Spotlight. And now I've stuck that on. I have to stick the gusset, the edges of the lower pocket down. That's better. So what I'm trying to do is make myself a bit of a template so that I can then go through the other 9 and do them all the same, and therefore it'll be a bit quicker than doing each one individually. At least that is the plan. Now I have 2 options for here. I've got a tag, or again I've got some of these baby journaling cards which I didn't realise came in this size, and I'd like to kind of get something that's maybe this one with the, I could just put it on that side or this side. So I've got this piece of ribbon, which is just a piece of gathered tulle. It's actually, like, I think it's double layer. Yeah, it's double layer tulle. And it's just gathered on one edge. It actually came like that. Thought I could put some on the top to give this a bit more of a pretty look. It's looking a bit stark at the moment. So it's pretty simple, but I think it's, you know, if you're going to make things in bulk, you want to keep it fairly simple. You don't want to go crazy. You don't want to get, you know, too much to do. So I'll push on and I'll do the other 9 of these now that I've got a plan. Okay, I cut down all my things, and while I was there I also cut the flashcards down to the correct size. And this should be fairly easy, just a matter of putting them in and folding them over. So I'll start by putting some glue down on here. Just put them in. The most important thing is to line them up on the top here and also to get them tucked under on that bottom piece. So I'll just get a bit of a production line going now and get these ones done. Because I'm working to sort of, you know, in bulk to get this done, I started by sticking the front of them all down, and I also picked which one, you know, which piece I wanted. I'll give you an example of this one here. I've put this piece further on this side than this side because I wanted this flower, and I'm happy to have some of the leaves, but without the flower it wouldn't have looked any good. So there's an example of that. The next step is to go through and fold all the edges back, and I will do that first, and then I will get gluing. So now they're all stuck down, all 10 of them. Flip them over again, and I will put the flashcard part on them now. And again, this is quite easy because it'll work better if I have them all up the right way though, because I've already cut the flashcard part, and so it's just a matter of putting some glue down, and I'll probably get away with doing a couple at a time, maybe even 3. It is quite warm today. I am conscious that I don't want to leave it to the point where the glue will dry and then I won't be able to do it. So I'll just pop these ones down quite quickly. Determine the side that I want them on and make sure I've got the number on the correct side. I don't want to end up with a blank space on one side of them. So those ones are done for now. The next one will be to stick all of the, you know, this part here down once I've got the flash card on. Otherwise I'm having to handle them twice. Yeah, I think 3 was fine. I'll do 3 at a time. Oh. So there you go, that's the last one. And now it's a matter of just going like this and sticking down the flash card edges as well as the paper bag edges on that gusset piece. Right, that's good. Now the next task is to do this ribbon across. So I just need to measure how much I need for each one. That's done. Now I'm just putting a little card in each of them so that I can have something for writing on, but I do want to select something that maybe has some sort of a botanical theme to it rather than anything else. That one again, I can put that one in. Since they're going in different journals, it doesn't matter if there's some overlap in what goes in what. Just set those aside so they can dry a little bit more, and I'll get my paper from the Reader's Digest and I'll make some of those tags. Then the next step is to cut some circles out of here and try and get enough that I'm not going to waste too much of this. I think I can get 10 out of each. 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 out of each, so that's not too bad. Then while I'm sticking them on, I am just going to clip the corners because I've already picked them up, so save me picking them up a second time. I've now cut all of those and popped the circle pull tab on top, and now it's just a matter of popping them into their pockets and I'm done. I've got 10 great embellishments ready to use in my journals. Now if I wanted to, I could put something to write on the back. I'm not sure I want to do that, or whether I'll just use it to write directly over the paper, which I think is quite a nice look anyway when you write directly on the paper. But for now, I think that that is fine. And I'm done. So I have got 10 pockets, or double pockets really, with places to journal, and I've used minimal supplies, so a bit of paper, a few bags. The only thing that I've purchased new is the bags, obviously, but they were pretty cheap. And then just because I happen to have these journaling cards by Tim Holtz, but you could just use another piece of paper cut out in there, and I think that they look great. So I'll look forward to using them, and I really like this idea of making a lot of things at once, and I hope you join me when I come back with my next video. But for now, this is Deborah. Cheers.